All right, it's almost hunting season, so we'll put some deer heads in the background here. Crappie have been hitting really good in the river, and I think we'll go try to get on a few. Let's go see if we can get into some fall crappie action, because they've been on fire the last few days. Hopefully they're still there. I don't think anything's changed, so we're gonna try to have a really crappie time, making a good crappie fishing video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy these. So let's go get them. We're gonna start with a little jig presentation. They've been biting on all manner of jigs, and I have some live minnows too. We'll see if we can pick up something on the first cast or two on this little, I don't know, it's probably a 32nd ounce jig. Cast. First cast, we got us a we may not need the minnows. First cast, we got a nice, probably a 9-inch white crappie. Third cast, we got another nice one. Gosh. That might be considered a wall hanger. Third cast, look at that brute. Look at that brute. That's a 14-inch black crappie there. That's gonna eat real good. Wow. I think we just might catch a limit here. I think we're 6 casts in. This is number 3. It's a smaller white crappie. It's been a mix of blacks and whites in here. I'd say 2/3 have been blacks, 1/3 have been whites, and the blacks have been bigger by far. This one's going back. Number 4. I don't know if you can see out there, but they're not hitting in the shade line. They're out in the sun. I think it's been cold a few days. It's warmed up, so I think they're out there in that warmer water, and it's about anywhere from 8 to 15 feet deep there. I'm just casting it out, letting it drop for 5 to 7 seconds, and as soon as I pick it up, usually right then they're already there. I'm just feeling resistance, or they're hitting it almost right away, so they're further out there where the sun's hitting the water. So this is awesome. They're in here. I've never been much of a crappie fisherman, but I'm getting warmed up to it. Another nice black crappie. So we got three whites and 2 blacks so far. It's going to be a nice mess of fish to clean up. It's going to make for a good fish fry. Well, snags happen. I knew I shouldn't have cast there. I guess this will be an opportunity to start fishing with our minnows now. All right, I like these little red hooks. Some like to go through the tail, Some like to go through the nose. I don't know. I like the tail. We got a slip bobber here, and we're gonna fish 5 feet down. Seems like that's where they are. We got something big here. White bass. You never know. That's the nice thing about fishing with live bait. We could get into some catfish. We could get into all manner of things. Those guys fight good too. I mean, for little fish, they put up a heck of a fight. I'm gonna put this one back. If you ever want to get a fish to bite, just pull out your phone and look at it. I think you might have seen what just happened there. I should know better. Little guy. Another keeper black crappie on the minnow. I have my camera strapped to an old lawn chair that's been down here for a year. I'll show it to you when we're done. It's kind of funny. We're getting a nice stringer. The bite's kind of slowing down a little, but we're still catching them. Hey, before I switch my minnow, a couple things that I think a lot of you probably know, but some of you might not. Crappie don't like dead bait. They like minnows that are lively. So this minnow is pretty much done. I'm going with the fresh one. Crappie hit different than other fish. They usually don't pull your bobber down real fast. A lot of times your bobber will just kind of slowly disappear, or it'll actually all of a sudden start moving in a different direction, but it won't go under. Or sometimes it'll actually go like this. And that's because crappie feed up. They don't come and smash things down. They're not like an aggressive predator fish like a bass or a pike. And so they just tend to swim up and kind of suck it in with their mouth. And if they feel any resistance, they can inhale and exhale a hook, just like really quick. So you really got to pay attention to your bobber and what it's doing. And if it changes direction or goes up on its side or slowly goes under, you need to reel in your slack and pull as soon as you start feeling tension. So, got a nice smallmouth. That's a beautiful colored fish too. Look at the colors on that thing. So I'm just fishing 6 feet down. The bite's definitely slowing down because the sun's going behind the clouds. It seems like the crappie bite's dying. Getting 3 species is pretty cool. 4-pound line. Light line is really, really important. Not a huge smallmouth, but on that little ultralight setup, what a great fight. Sometimes that's all it takes. I went to 4 feet instead of 6. And these last 2 now have been hooked through the nose. Sometimes this little changes are all it takes. Back in the game. It's been 3 in a row. Hooking them through the nose. That minnow's a lot more lively. I guess we'll keep doing that. That's a little bit better of a white crappie. I'm gonna try like a 16th ounce, a bigger shad. I mean, that's kind of a big bait. With big baits and big fish, right? See if we can get into some big ones again on this. They are fired up. I mean, that's a big jig. First cast. Man, I spent money on minnows, but when they're biting this good, I'd rather just catch fish and not mess with bait, you know. That's a nice, nice thick black crappie there. All right. What a great time. Smallmouth on the swim bait. That's a nice bonus. Back he goes. This has been a dandy little swim bait. We're right in the heart of the city, folks. You just gotta right time and right presentation. That's a nice, I don't know, 12 to 13 inches thick boy. He's a thick boy. Big baits, big fish, right? That is what's happening. Man, forget the minnows. I almost didn't film tonight. I'm glad I did. Thanks for coming along, I appreciate it. I think we're at like 20 some fish now. We still got an hour and a half if we want. Let's keep crushing them. Smallie number 3. Boy, they sure have pretty coloring right now. There's some real tanks, big smallmouth in here. You know, and we could get into a walleye or sauger. That'd be really cool. I didn't think we'd be getting into smallmouth tonight, though. Smallmouth tonight. It's pretty awesome. The bite's definitely slowing down, but we got species number 4, a little Google Eyes, little rock bass. I think this is probably a good time to end it. I'd say we should cue the Marachi band. Maybe they've left. I don't know. If not, maybe we can bring in the bluegrass guys. Either way, let's show you what we got here. I'd say we've had a real crappie time catching these fine crappie. Got some whites and couple of really big blacks on here. Thanks for coming along, I appreciate it. Remember, a bad day's fishing ain't a bad day.